We got this augmented reality device that enables us to basically do some pretty cool things with this Silverado. What's up, guys? We got the Chevy Silverado EV right over here. It's pretty crazy. 400 miles of range at 100% state of charge. We don't know the technical specifications with the battery, of course, but what's really interesting is the car has 24-inch wheels and can do 400 miles of range at 100% state of charge. That is just kind of confusing. It's also capable of the 350 kilowatt charging, which would be 500 amps. Again, not a lot of chargers can even accommodate that yet. That's really interesting. If we take a look at the rear of the vehicle, the car is capable of rear wheel steering. Now, it's not as capable as the Hummer EV, but that'd be considered crab walking. Crab walking is sort of just something you do when you want to flex. But the rear steering definitely helps with the turning radius of the vehicle. If we step over to the back of the truck, you can see that the rear seats literally fold in, which is kind of crazy. So you have a ton of space in the rear of the vehicle if you're hauling a lot of stuff, or if you just want to flex that you have a lot of space, if you're going camping, something like that. That to me is very, very, very interesting. Now this car is the RST edition, I believe. So this is obviously the fully spec version. This one is going to start at $105,000. I think they're going to start production sometime next year. And the lower trims, you can get them at around like $40,000. This one has air ride. Now the lower trim models are not going to have air ride. They're probably going to be like spring ride, which is fine. And the range probably won't be as great. The charging curve's probably going to be a little different. But for like a regular truck, it's pretty interesting that these automakers are starting to make luxurious trucks, I guess you can say. I haven't really seen the interior yet because they didn't really let us look, but it seems to be super luxurious based on the augmented reality that you're about to check out later on in this video. But just the nature of electric cars and being able to charge at home, even if the battery capacities are stupid big, which this one's probably gonna have to be a 200 kilowatt hour battery pack with the Ultium, if I said that right, battery chemistry that GM is pushing. It's not the LFP platform like Tesla, but that's totally fine. Charging 90% is not that bad. Again, 400 miles at 100% state of charge. That's a lot for a truck. Whereas like the Ford Lightning is probably going to give you like 200 miles. So that's kind of like, I'd rather wait for something that's more capable, to be honest with you. But what's cool is these trucks also are coming with onboard inverters, which means that you can basically plug in. They probably have like a 240 outlet back there, which is pretty ideal if like you're camping or you're somewhere where you just need to plug something in. Because as we know, cars will come with like a Type-C port or a USB port. But it's like if I need to charge something that requires more power, can't really do that with a standard vehicle. So that's what's really interesting about these trucks, especially if you're going to put them to work. But if we step on over here, again, I really like the wheel setup. These are 24s. It's going to be equipped with different options. I still can't believe you can get 400 miles with 24-inch wheels. As we know, it's not extremely efficient. When you look at the Lucid, they've got really efficient numbers with smaller wheels. So this is almost Lucid level. 400 miles, Lucid does 500. And this is a really, really big truck. I think it's pushing around 720 something horsepower. And beyond that, we don't really know the technical specifications of the truck because GM is being a little shady. But the car is going to come with a Super Cruise, the level 2 autonomy. So that's really good, assuming that the blue, what is it called? Chevy Cruise, whatever their self-driving software is reliable like Tesla's is. Now, I was speaking to a representative here earlier and they were telling me that the way their level 2 self-driving system works is they gather on-road data, which means they have, I think, 400,000 miles of real world driving. And I guess they basically send out cars, they collect data, and the cars basically remember what's going on. So it's not like the car has a brain, like you'll see with FSD and the neural networks and whatnot, the single stack, which if you guys want to check out that video, links down below. But we'll see where GM ultimately goes with this truck. It's pretty cool, you know, until the Cybertruck comes out. This truck's very, very capable. More range than a Rivian. Seems to be just as capable as a Rivian. So we'll see what this truck is gonna do to Rivian in the future. But check out this segment on the augmented reality that they have here at the LA Auto Show at Chevrolet's booth. What's up, guys? We got this augmented reality device that enables us to basically do some pretty cool things with this Silverado EV. So I'm gonna line it up, and if you take a look, there's a lot of different things that we can look into. So if I click on the wheel, then we can get an animation of the wheel moving. We can also see how the car has four-wheel steering. Now, it's not crab walking like the Hummer EV, which is pretty hard, but it gives you a really interesting animation when you have these boomers right in front of the camera. So we're gonna move over here as they move with us. Idiots. Then let's click on the windshield over here. Then it does some crazy stuff about software. I don't even know, the Ultify software platform. Obviously they're trying to push that because Tesla is pretty superior when it comes to software. Everyone's trying to adapt that. If we go over to the rear, I'm gonna hit the rear bumper. It tells you about the towing capabilities of this truck. And if you see I move over to the left, there's a boat, but it's not actually there. It's just because it's augmented reality. Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. This is the RST, the fully loaded Silverado EV, 400 miles of range at 100% state of charge on some 24s. I kind of like it. I'm gonna click on this dot over here. I guess this is the interior of the vehicle. Again, they're not really letting us inside, so this is pretty cool. You got a steering wheel and you got the infotainment system. I'm gonna click on the steering wheel, and there's another animation for the capabilities of the steering wheel. The green bar on the steering wheel, I think, has to do with the Super Cruise. And then we have the infotainment system on the middle over here. And looking into that a little bit. This is pretty hard, man. No other automaker has something like this. This is augmented reality, not virtual reality, augmented reality. So let me know what you guys think about it. I think it's pretty cool. Boom. That's it for this video, guys. That's the Chevy Silverado EV. It's a pretty cool car. If you guys like it, let us know. If you don't, also let us know. And stay tuned for more electric car content coming up pretty soon. So subscribe and we'll see you soon.